Hi, and welcome to the Bailey Middle School 7th grade science team presentation on our curriculum. We're glad that you can join us. Your child may have one of the following 5 science teachers in our building. On the Barracuda team, we have Mr. Aiello, Ms. Gentile, and Mrs. De Silva. On the Stingray team, we have Mrs. Selfridge and Mrs. Stewart. Our 7th grade science curriculum divides pretty nicely into the 4 quarters. For first quarter, we focus on weather and atmosphere. We began by looking at the layers of the atmosphere, air quality, and then from there we move into looking at weather patterns, including extreme weather events. We also study the atmospheric conditions and then looking at how we utilize technology to predict future weather patterns. Our project for the quarter is going to be due on Tuesday, October 23rd. Students received information on that project the last week in September. For second quarter, we focus on physical science, specifically forces, motion, and energy. We look at Newton's laws, simple machines, and then move from there into balanced and unbalanced forces, potential and kinetic energy, and transformation of energy. This is our unit that incorporates the most amount of math, and so there are some simple math equations and graphing that we will be doing. One example would be looking at distance time graphs. Third quarter moves us into life science, which is where we stay for the rest of the year. Third quarter is about genetics and heredity, so we begin by looking at cells, and then from there look at how characteristics are inherited, and we study human genetic traits and genetic disorders, looking at the role of inheritance and the environment and lifestyle choices and how that impacts human characteristics. Fourth quarter is on human body systems. Their project for this quarter will be a human body system book where they look at each of the major human body systems. We look at the structure and the function of each system, how they are regulated in an attempt to maintain homeostasis. We also look at growth and development and environmental influences on development and health. This also includes looking at the impact of microorganisms. Our grades are broken down into 2 main categories. Formal assessments are 65% of our grade. This includes tests and projects. We typically have 3 tests per quarter and 1 project. For informal assignments, that's the remaining 35% of our grade, and that is where there are smaller quizzes, classwork, homework, or warm-ups. They can range in points, so it's not that each assignment is worth 100 points. Smaller assignments will be worth less than others. But the focus is on making sure that the tests and projects are worth a significant portion of the grade. So we strongly encourage all students to work ahead on their projects to make sure they have a strong piece of work to turn in. Tests are allowed to be re-attempted if a grade of less than an 80 is earned. We encourage students to come to a working lunch for reteaching prior to attempting the retest. Additional information. If a student is absent, we strongly encourage the child to check the teacher's website and/or Google Classroom for missing work, because very often you will find what you need there. You can also check the classroom and check with your teacher when you return to make sure you got everything you needed. In terms of increasing student responsibility, we encourage parents and students to discuss any academic concerns as a team prior to reaching out to the teacher. It's our responsibility as teachers to make sure that we are updating grades weekly so that you have that information that you need. One possible way to do this would be for the parent and child to get in the habit of checking grades online once a week, perhaps on a Thursday afternoon. Then the parent and child can identify any missing work or anything that needs to be addressed. The child can talk to the teacher the next day to make sure they have what they need to get any problems sorted out, or to make plans to attend a working lunch the following week. As always, please visit our websites for information And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email your teacher. We are happy to help and look forward to a great year.